Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to set up a DHCP server. We are also going to create folders and share those folders, as well as adding users to an organizational unit. So I hope you guys enjoy. So let's begin by knowing what a DHCP server is and why you would use one. So a DHCP server is a server that will lease out private IP addresses to clients all over the network. And it uses a process called DORA. So the client discovers, the server offers an IP address, the client requests an IP address, and then the server acknowledges it and leases out that IP address. Okay, so let's begin. So you want to go to Manage, Add Roles and Features. You can click Next, Next, Next. And in Server Roles, DHCP Server, you want to click it. Add Features. So we want to click Next. And I don't think there's anything here. Nope, Next, Next. And you want to install. So this is going to take a couple minutes, so I am going to skip ahead. Okay, so now that it's finished, you want to close, go to the exclamation point with the triangle, configure DHCP. Right here, we want to click Next and use the following credentials. That is fine. You could also use an alternative one. We're just going to commit. You want to close. Now you want to go to Tools, DHCP. Okay, so right here, I'm going to expand this a little bit. Then move this. There we go. So there's our server. Now, what you want to do is go to IPv4 server options and add a scope, new scope. You want to go to next, just name the scope. I'm going to name it domain DHCP. So next, here's where you want to put in the IP address range. So 192.168.1.1 through 192.168.1.50. You could do all the way to 254 if you really wanted to. So right here, this is the CIDR 24. So 255.255.255.0, click Next. This is the add exclusion and delay. This is to exclude the static IP addresses from being in the pool of DHCP IP addresses. So we are going to do 192.168.1.1 and 192.168.1. Let's say 5. You want to add and then click Next. Lease duration 8 days, that's fine. Next. Yes, next. Nothing here, next. This is fine. That will be our DNS. That's how we put it in our control panel, the IPv4. So let's view that real quick. ipconfig. And as you see that's our IP address. And we want to put that as the DNS. So next. Next. Yes, I want to activate the scope now. Next and finish. Okay, so for this to work, we want to refresh it. So let's press X here and then refresh. It's going to take a little bit of time. Now let's go to Tools, DHCP. Okay, let's break this down. IPv4 and server options. No, let's go to scope right here. Address pools, and there we go. The start IP address, end IP address, the exclusions right there. You can make more reservations here. So that's it for the DHCP server installation. We'll be able to view it when we configure our Windows 10 VM. So now we are going to create some folders and we are going to share them. So we'll be in Server Manager and we'll go to File and Storage Services. And then we will go to Shares. Click that. Right click, New Share. Now we're going to do Quick because it's the default. Next. And then next. And then we're going to do a share name. We are going to name it HR, Human Resources. There's the remote path to the share. So this looks good. Next. Next. And here are the permissions, but we'll fix this later. Next. And create. Close. We're going to do 2 more. So let's do it again. Right click, New Share. Quick. And then keep going. And then we're going to do IT. There's the IT share. Next, next, next. Create. We're going to do 1 more. And this one will be production. So quick. Next. Next. Production. Next. Next. And create. Close it. So as you can see here, we got HRIT production share. So we want to go to File Explorer. We want to go to this PC. We want to go to our C drive. And then there's the shares. You want to click on it. And there we go. HRIT production. The folder was created since we didn't have these already created. So we go to properties here. Oops, my bad. Click on this. Properties. We go to sharing. There we go. Network path. It's shared, as you can see. Security. We'll do the security for permissions. We'll do the security tab later on. But as you can see here, here's all the permissions for users. So that's pretty much it. Quick and easy. Okay, so now we are going to create organizational units as well as creating users and knowing how to find a user and the domain. So first off, an organizational unit is like a container that is able to hold users, security groups, other organizational units, and computers. The organizational units will also come into play when we set up policies and group policy management. And from now on, if I say OU, that means organizational units. Okay, so let's begin. So we want to go to Tools. We want to go to Active Directory, Users, and Computers. And here is our domain, everything, all the objects. So there we go, server-side craft. You see users here. You can see a lot of security groups. So what we want to do is go to View, and then we want to go to Advanced Features. So this unlocks all the directories in here. So this will come into play later. I will show y'all a nice little trick. So first, let's create a new OU. Let's click New Organizational Unit. Let's name it CyberSecCraft Corp. Okay, Corp. Okay. Now, let's create another OU. Organizational unit right here. Now, ITOU. Let's create another one. You want to right click, New, and organizational unit. Let's do HROU. Okay, right click, New. Oh my God, I can't find. There we go. Organizational unit. Let's do production OU. So let me show you something right here. It says protect container from accidental deletion, right? So you can't delete it. Okay, we're gonna press OK here. Now we're gonna try to delete it. Right click, delete. Organizational unit, yes. it will not let us because the object is protected from accidental deletion. So we're going to do okay. We're going to go to properties, right click, properties, object, and protect this object from accidental deletion. Click that, apply, okay. So that is where the advanced features came into play. Without advanced features, we would not have been able to delete it or even see the option on the object in the properties of the production OU to disable it and be able to delete. But advanced features does many other things, but that was one of the coolest things that I have seen, because I was trying to figure out how to delete an OU and I couldn't figure it out. I looked it up and I found this and it was the greatest thing ever. Okay, so now let's delete it. Should be able to delete. Yes, there we go. You can see here ITOU, HROU. Let's remake it new. Organizational unit, production OU. There we go. Okay, so now let's create a new user. Right click and we go to new. We go to user and let's do bin, last name Kane, user login name will be bin, Kane, and no space. Next, we create a password here. Okay. Now, user must change password at next login. What we are going to do is do password never expires right here. There we go. We got that. Now let's create one in HR. Right click, new, and then user. We're going to name this Sherry Lee. Sherry Lee. It's the login name. Next, password. So we're going to do password never expires because this is a server lab and we don't want it to expire. Next, finish. Another one for production. There we go. We're going to name this Jerry Flow. Next, and then we create a password here. Password never expires. Okay, next. And finish. And now we have a user on each OU. Okay, so now that we have it created, we're going to try and find the users. So let's right click and then find. And then let's type in Sherry's name, find now, and it doesn't show up. Why is that? Because over here, you have to put entire directory and not the organizational unit that it's in. So find now, there we go, Sherry Lee. So let's go to properties, Sherry Lee. We can go to object and we could see where she is located in HROU. So we are just going to press OK here, exit. So that is a neat trick to find the users and the OUs. And that concludes today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Goodbye.